Now, still in this attitude of lecturing the people and making them see how you can run your farm efficiently. The greatest recurring cost in all farms, like I've said again and again, is this issue of feeds followed by electrical power that powers the pump. Now you just see the cameraman focus on the rooftop of this farmhouse. Right on top there, you're no stranger to it, are solar panels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And beside me here is a young man. Oh yeah. Just to avoid corona, always rely on God. But we're not talking about coronavirus this time around. We're talking on solar panel installation. Now, his name is Patrick. Now, he's the one who installed the solar panels for this farm. Almost about 3 sets. Now, I've interviewed him a little bit earlier on the DC version that runs the water pump of the farm. Now, the one that runs the farmhouse is what we're talking about now, because I saw something like a portmanteau right inside there. And this calls it, what do you call it?
Inverter.
Inverter, to invert me upside down, right?
Yes, to invert
okay.
From DC to AC.
From this side, getting trusted hands to do your solar system. I don't know why, Nigeria. Guys come, give you something, before you know it, 4 starts, and the whole thing, the guy disappears. You don't even get his number. I know how to get this one. Right? Don't mind. Because the madam that introduced him to me, are you getting me? It takes effort to really develop reputation capital. So for them to trust him, that means I can trust him too. So let's walk in there and see what exactly he's up to, and how we can harness this same thing. Generator, but now the farm is switching entirely. Now they bought this because we're trying to do a comparative analysis of the use of generator to run a hatchery, right? And then the use of solar. So let's go in there and see what the cupboard or portmanteau is all about.
Hey, thank you, sir. Yes.
Yes, it's Steve Joe, the hatchery behind there. Okay. Right. But then that's what we're in there for now. We want to talk about the power. Now, so let's, this battery, what exactly is this portmanteau all about?
This is the inverter. This is what we call battery rack.
The inverter,
And
battery rack.
And this is our battery. We have 2 batteries inside.
Okay.
This inverter system is 24 volts. We have different voltage starting from 12, 24, 36, 48, 96, 180, and thereabout. Most common.
And this one is what?
24 volts.
24 volts. Okay.
So most common ones are 12, 24, 48, and most common battery is 12 volts, which we have 2 batteries here, 12 volts up, 12 volts down, which is 200 amps battery.
Okay.
So powering this, we connect the battery in series so that we can achieve our 24 volts. Because if we connect it in parallel, it still remain 12 volts, but the amps hour will increase. Instead of 200 amps, it will be 400 amps. But now that we connect it in series, we can achieve our 24 volts, but still remain 200 amps. Okay, I get this.
I'm getting a little bit confused, but I believe some of you folks who are a little bit electrically inclined or engineering inclined, you better off than me. I'm a farmer. You all know that. So let's continue.
If you come closer very well, I can just come closer a bit.
Okay.
You can see the light. You can see it is charging.
Okay.
So this is the solar that we just showed you outside at the rooftop now.
Okay, the rooftop. Yeah.
So the cable runs through this trunking pipe.
Okay.
So for you to confirm that it is the solar, I will just remove the solar cable that comes in. So if I remove it, the charge will stop. Then it will stop.
Wow.
It will stop now. It will soon stop because there is still charge on it. So it will take some minutes before it stops.
Okay.
So it will stop at any time from now.
Alright.
So once it stops, it will not charge again.
Okay.
It shows us that the status of charging is normal. So it takes some time to stop, but it will soon stop.
We got a lot of sunlight today.
Yes, because of the sunlight since morning.
Okay.
So that's that. So if we check down here, it will tell us can you see, it has told us that the battery is charging with 0 amps because solar is no more coming in. Can you see charge utility? with solar is 0 amps. But if I connect it back, the amps will increase. From that is 0.
Okay.
If you just check it, it will start increasing maybe by 1, 2, 3.
So you can actually touch it without using gloves.
Yes, because it DC doesn't shock. DC doesn't shock.
Exactly. Look at that. Okay, that's okay.
So with this now, the solar can start because the battery is fully charged already.
Yeah.
So that is why one thing that it does, there is what we call inbuilt charge controller. Sometimes we used to have it externally, but this one have inbuilt charge controller, which is MPPT, 40 amps.
Okay.
40 amps charge controller. So it can handle up to 40 amps from solar. Anything above 40, it will cut off.
Okay.
So, and this thing, whenever the senses that the battery is full, instead of it overcharging the battery, the amps will begin to reduce. It will begin to reduce. It will begin to reduce. Can you see? We have 6 amps now.
Yeah.
It's charging with 6 amps now, which we have 0 the other time when I removed the solar.
Okay.
So that's 6 amps now. So the more the battery fills, the more it reduces. If it's charging with 20 amps when you start first charging, but immediately the battery get to increase. Can you see? 24 volt system, but we have 27.4. That means the battery is full. Fully charged.
So we can continue. Okay, that's what we're using
That's
here now.
what we are using. This is the light. If I switch off the button, the light goes off.
The light goes off. Oh.
Can you see? So it is what we are using.
Rather than the noise of the generator, rather than the consumption of the fuel.
That one is out.
Now, what's that noise we had now? It showed that
Just that I powered it again.
you powered it again.
Yes.
Oh my.
So
Well, like for this one now, how many socket system can you carry? What wattage?
like this one, this is 2 kVA inverter.
Okay.
2 kVA is equivalent to like 1,500, 1,600 watts, which is 0.8 times 2.
Like about 1.5 iron.
Yes. So it doesn't carry iron at all.
Yeah, this one carry iron, but then
iron element on it.
But television.
So, a television. This one can carry your television, your standing fan, your lighting points conveniently, and in fact, it can serve you 24 hours if you manage it. Like now, we have 6 panels, and during the day, if the panel is working fast, it can give us close to 30 amps at a time. So if it gives you 30 amps and you are taking 10 amps, so you have extra 20 amps. Are you getting it now? So that extra 20 amps, it will charge the battery and it will still feed you with the remaining. That is the essence of the inverter. Maybe DC comes in, this cable here goes to the battery to charge the battery. Okay. This cable here.
Yeah.
Well, I would have loved to use my meter to confirm for you. So we have what we call clamp meter. You can use your meter to clamp the amount of current going into the battery. And you can use the same meter to get the amount of current you are taking from the battery. So it's a clamp meter.
I know what people will be asking me now. Like, how much does it cost? How much does it cost? Now, because it's a competitive market, I can assure you that this is quality product, and that you are going to have it at the lowest cost we can think of for all the quality. Just DM me for me to give you a direct link to him, and then we get talking so that he can you do a customized technical report for you to know exactly what you want based on your needs, and then you can come to cost. I think we've gone far, really, isn't it? This Mr. P speaking from Owo in Ondo State. So we still finish up with a particular summary of the idea of costs for solar system panels for your farm, for your hatchery, for your water pump, and then for your household. See you then.
Thanks.
Okay.